Hi there, I'm Carolyn Dickerson from LookGreatLoseWeightSaveMoney.com. Today's edition is going to be about IBS with constipation. And, in recent years, IBS and constipation have both been on the rise. And it is no wonder. There are tons of additives and preservatives, steroids, and all sorts of other things in our foods like high fructose corn syrup that are stopping us up and making us constipated. All of these extra additives don't have any nutritional value, and to have regular bowel movements, you really have to eat healthy whole foods, whole grains, and other things that that bulk your bowels up and help them move along. If you're not eating healthy foods, you're probably going to get constipated. Of course, there are lots of other reasons that people get constipated or have constipation. One of them is genetics. I know that it runs in my family, my father's side of the family, and I've certainly had problems with constipation over the years, especially after my son was born. There are lots of ways to deal with constipation, and believe me, I've tried them all. Including more fiber in your diet, eating healthier foods, eating raw fruits and vegetables, laxatives. There's just a multitude of ways that you can get rid of constipation. But which is the most healthy? Well, obviously, including more healthy foods, fibrous foods in your diet is the healthiest way. And chemical laxatives are on the other end of the spectrum, because they're not good for you to take except for occasionally. If you take them more than occasionally, you can become chemically dependent on them to have a bowel movement, and that's not healthy or good for you either. Another reason that people get constipated is because of the medications that they take. All sorts of prescription medications and OTCs can cause you to become constipated. Antibiotics are another major contributor, because what happens is all of these medications, especially antibiotics, for years they were overprescribed. Now the doctors have now cut back on them, but in years past they've really been overprescribed, and what that does is it gets rid of the bacteria in your body, but at the same time it gets rid of the bacteria that's supposed to be there. There is bad and good bacteria. The good bacteria is called lactobacteria, and it lives in your intestinal tract. And if you don't have enough good bacteria to help break down the waste in your intestines and from the foods that you eat, then you can get constipated. Restoring those healthy bacteria is one of the best ways to get rid of constipation, and it also helps. Replacing the good bacteria also helps with IBS, with diarrhea. It helps both extremes. So, replacing the bacteria that you need is absolutely essential if you want to improve your symptoms and have regular bowel movements. Everybody knows that when you don't have regular bowel movements and you can become bloated, you just don't feel good. And if you don't feel good, you're not going to look good. And if you're not going to look good, you're not going to feel good. And it goes back and forth. I mean, it's just constant. You should absolutely have a bowel movement every day. And the Chinese, in traditional Chinese medicine, they believe that you should have a bowel movement after each meal. One meal in, one meal out. But that's absolutely not the way that things are for most normal people. For many years, I chugged down those really thick psyllium husks fiber supplements that you can buy in the big tubes, plastic tubes, and I found that if I took them right before bed, it cut down a whole lot on my gas and my other symptoms, the bloating and that kind of stuff. And I did that for years. I chugged this thick stuff down every night, and it helped. It really did. But you know, I'm always seeking other ways to help me so that I don't have to drink that crappy stuff, because it sucks. It's just awful. We've been able to buy probiotics for years now, but just recently probiotics and science and technology have come together. What you can buy today is much better than what you could buy a year ago. What you can buy next year is going to be even better than today. Right now you can buy some really great probiotic products at any superstore, on the internet, lots of different places. And I started taking acidophilus years ago, but they just weren't as potent. Now you can buy probiotics that have 1 billion cultures, active cultures, in the supplement, and that is really cool. The yogurts that you can buy are not as, they're just not potent enough. They don't have enough of those probiotics to really help you. And I found one, and I wanted to tell you all about it, or anybody that's suffering from constipation or IBS with constipation. And it's a multi-enzyme probiotic formula. This is a Rexall brand. So it's got all kinds of natural digestive enzymes in it. They're like bromelain and protease and papaya and all sorts of other digesting enzymes. And there is 1 billion active cultures per servings in these, and that makes them really great. And since I've been taking those, I don't have any more issues with constipation. I have a regular bowel movement every day. Works great. I feel great. It just feels so much better when I have a regular bowel movement, just like everybody else. So, it's time for us to start talking about these things. And there's a lot of other different ways that you can get relief from constipation, but nothing is natural as a good probiotic. You can make your own probiotics at home. I've got all kinds of different ideas about constipation relief on my site. Please go read them all. Find something that works for you and get rid of the toxins and eliminate the waste in your body. Your skin will clear up, you'll feel so much better, and you'll lose some weight. So that's it for today. This edition has been IBS with Constipation. I'm Carolyn Dickerson from Look Great, Lose Weight, SaveMoney.com. Ciao for now.